koutou e kahaha pai nei I nei tauira o koutou. Kia eke ki te tiki-tikitanga o te mātauranga e. Koutou me te kāhui rangatira kei te atamira e. Ko tēnei te whare wānanga o Waikato e mahi kauana kia koutou e. Whakatau mai rā e.
Please be seated, everyone.
Mai te wāhinga ro, te tama, te wairua tapu, rire. Ngāti rangi nui, ngai te rangi, ngāti pukenga, tauranga moana. Matthew Dixon, ka mihi aroha ke a koe, community atu nei ki te pō. No reira moe mai, moe mai, moe mai. He honore he kaloria ki te atua he maunga arongo ki ruga I te mato o te whenua. Ko te timatanga o te whakaaro nui ke whakaaro pai ki tō tātou I kingi a tūheitia. Ke whakaaro pai ki ngā tāngata katoa. Ko tau mai nei I runga I te papatua nui. Me ki o te mana whenua a Ngāti Wairere. Te rere ngā kurangatira. Nau mai, hare mai, whakatau mai. Whakatau mai I runga I te reo karanga o te kaupapa. Whakatau mai I runga I te reo o te rā. Ka wea mai ngā huatanga o ngā tātou tini aitua o tātou tini mate. Whāriki hia mai ki runga I ngā mate me ki o te mana whenua o Ngāti Wairere kia mihitia, kia tangihia, kia poroporo akitia. E ai te kōrero, e kure I tangihia he mai aroha. Nā reira e ngā mate haere, hare atu rā, oki. Tātou, ngā mahu e tanga iho, ko rātou mā, hāpiti hono tātai hono, huri noa, tēnā koutou. E te tumua ki te tau Honorary e te Baltia tēnā kia koe. Te tumu whakarae Neil Quigley, ka mihi kia koe. Te ihurangi Māori Ngāti awa, ngāti porau, a tuhi wai Smith, me mihi kia kōrua kātika. Me mihi hoki ki ngā kai whakarite rangatiratanga o te whare wānanga o Waikato. E aku rangatira tēnā koutou, ara tēnā tātou katoa. No reira e ngā reo, e ngā mana, e ngā kārangaranga maha. Ngā maunga tapu, o ngā tōpito, o ngā hau e whā. Haramai. Kawe mai o tātou tini aitua, o tātou tini mate. Kia mihia, kia tangihia, kia poroporo akitia. No reira e hara tēnei te tū ki te kungeroi ngā kōrero hoi anō e tuana ki te whakatau i a koutou. Piki mai, kake mai, whakatau mai. Tēnā koutou, e aku rangatira, tēnā tātou katoa. Ka heke.
Tēnā koe e koro mo au mihi whakatau. E ngā waka, e ngā reo, e ngā mana, tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou I roto e ngā whakamoemiti. Tēnā koutou I roto e ngā mihi kia kingi tuhitia. Tēnā koutou katoa. Tainui waka, Waikato awa, taupiri maunga. Tēnei te whare wānanga o Waikato e mihi nei. Koutou ngā karanga maha kua haere mai nei I runga I tēnei rangi whakahirehire. Ngā tauira, ngā mātua, ngā kaumātua, te whakamanenga, tēnā koutou, tēnā ratatou katoa. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand for the singing of the national anthem? The singing of the national anthem will be led by Jonathan Ayers, a current Bachelor of Music student in voice performance. Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to this graduation ceremony for the Faculty of Computing and Mathematical Sciences, Rorohiku me ngā pūtaiao hangarau, and the Faculty of Science and Engineering, Te Mataranga Pūtaiao me te Pukaha. My name is Neil Quigley, I'm the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Waikato. I'd like to begin by thanking all of you, the graduands, your family and friends, for taking the time to celebrate with the university staff and others from the Waikato community the important event that is your graduation. This is a time to reflect on the learning and the personal growth that you've achieved in completing your degree, to give thanks for the opportunity that you've had to meet students from a diverse range of different countries and to spend time with the friends that you've made while studying at the university. During the course of your study, you'll have acquired a perspective on the world that you could not easily have acquired through any means other than university study. I hope that for all of you it is true that you've completed your degree with both the critical thinking and the real-world skills necessary to create a smooth transition into employment or further study. Many of you will have taken part in some community engagement program as part of your experience at the university, whether through volunteering, work placements and practicums, or summer scholarships. Our aim as a university is to substantially increase this level of engagement with the community. So please, once you are settled in employment, talk to us about ways that you can help provide internships or work placements for our students in the future, or otherwise help by promoting your university locally as well as on the world stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to introduce the Chancellor of the University. The role of the Chancellor dates back to the founding of the first universities in the Middle Ages. Today, the Chancellor has the role of chairing the University Council, the governance body of the university, and in that capacity, it is his role to confer the degrees on all of the graduands of the university. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chancellor of the University of Waikato, the Right Honourable Jim Bolger.
Nā rangatira, nā kamatua nā kuia, nā waka mei taia kaina, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. To the many chiefs, the elders, women, the waka and the home people, my warmest of greetings. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to everyone, especially the graduates here before us, their family, whānau and friends, to this very special event. Graduations, of course, recognise years of study and hard work, challenges overcome, successes achieved. Today we will all share in that success when the capping ceremony takes place shortly. I want to acknowledge the University of Waikato's Vice-Chancellor, Professor Neil Quigley, and to congratulate him on his first 14 months at the helm, at the leadership of the university. I also want to acknowledge the other deans and senior academic staff and general staff who are in attendance this afternoon. The Vice-Chancellor says that the role of Chancellor goes back to the Middle Ages. I just wanted to observe, I've been here for a while in this role, but not quite that long, just not quite that long. But first from me, a few thoughts on where tomorrow is leading us. I won't bore you by saying the world is changing. As the real question is, are we prepared? Have we the skills? And most importantly, have we developed the value system that will help us to respond to the needs of our common humanity? We all see the tide of distraught refugees on our TV screens every night. What is our individual response? Do we blame the refugees? Or say it's all too much for little New Zealand to do much about? Or do we write a letter to our local MP urging the government to do more? Or do we just switch to the sports channel and forget all about it? I reflected on this very recently when talking about refugees to to two young people, brother and sister from Sweden. Sweden is approximately twice the size population of New Zealand, and yet it takes about 20,000 refugees. New Zealand has a quota of just 750. Which country is responding to the needs of our common humanity? Canada is a country we see somewhat like New Zealand. It's taking currently 1,000 refugees for every one that Australia takes at present. And overall, Australia has a higher per capita quota than New Zealand. Fortunately, New Zealand is to review its quota, and hopefully we will be generous, for in many ways we're all refugees from afar. There is a wider purpose for me raising this issue, as all will hear various commentators commenting on the tertiary sector over the next few months, as the Productivity Commission has been tasked with the responsibility of an in-depth look at the provision of tertiary education in New Zealand. You know in advance that most of their recommendations will be related to whether New Zealand is getting an appropriate return on the money invested by taxpayers, students and their families. We all know also that some areas are easier to measure than others. The news media carried a recent article which was headlined, "Big Bucks for the Right Graduates." Impressive. That showed if money was the end goal, then you should all have studied medicine. I'm sorry to tell you that, because that by far earned the most money. That was a headline, that's where you get the bucks from. Measuring earnings is easy, but measuring value to the community is much harder, but from my perspective, much more important. On the issue of the challenging value type issues that we face, let me comment on a couple. I do so because it is a generation that are graduating here this afternoon where the real implications will be felt. Preventing individuals and corporates circumventing a country's tax laws by transmitting their income to various offshore tax havens only requires Parliament to pass the appropriate amendment to existing laws. Politically, it's a no-brainer, as the vast majority pay their taxes and they understandably want everybody else to do the same. All that's required is the necessary political will across the political spectrum, and the issue can be resolved, quite simply. More challenging by far is the question of climate change. There is no simple law change that any Parliament can pass to bring an immediate end to climate change. It is a long-term challenge. The New Zealand Herald yesterday or the day before carried an article originally carried in the Washington Post and Bloomberg News, which added to the many previous scary scenarios. In part, the report deals with what the White House describes as, quote, one of the gravest threats to the US, major health problems associated with climate change. A new approach. These risks include thousands of more premature deaths from respiratory problems, growth in mental health problems because of the stress caused by extreme weather events, and a new issue that rising carbon dioxide in the atmosphere could lower the nutritional value of some crops. These are in addition to the more common issues of rising tides and flooded communities which normally capture the headlines. But here we should pause also, because a new headline came out yesterday, a new report that says 2/3 of New Zealanders live in flood-prone areas. That makes you think, doesn't it? Certainly includes me. The Guardian newspaper in London also carried a recent article about the financial cost of climate change as modelled by the London School of Economics. This postulated that by ignoring climate change, the world's financial assets could be cut by 3.7 trillion New Zealand dollars, or they then went on and said in a worst case scenario, US $24 trillion, or 17% of world assets, wrecking the world economy. Not pretty. So why are we doing so little? Why are we not moving? Let me suggest a simple move from which everyone would gain, and that is to promote the switch to hybrid and electric vehicles. Norway, despite being a large oil producer, is doing this by removing taxes from electric vehicles, and they are therefore now cheaper than the dirty alternatives. The Netherlands, home of course to the great petrochemical industry, Royal Dutch Shell, is going further, and their parliament in the last 24 or 48 hours are voting to ban, listen to this, ban the sales of new petrol or diesel cars by 2025, a short 9 years hence. For New Zealand, with 85% renewable electricity, a move to electric vehicles is clearly the way to help reduce carbon emissions and reduce the cost of importing oil products. Well, sounds pretty good to me. I'm raising these issues because I want Waikato graduates, you, to go out into the community and vigorously debate these issues. Don't just put a framed copy of your degree on the wall. Do that, of course. But use your knowledge and the values gained at Waikato to help promote the changes that are necessary for the survival of a healthy, clean society. I wish each and every graduate well as you follow your dreams. And perhaps recall George Bernard Shaw's advice: imagine things that never were and say why not. Best wishes.
The Chancellor will now officially confer the degrees and diplomas on the graduates here today and those listed in the programme but not in attendance.
I, the Right Honourable James Bolger, Chancellor of the University of Waikato, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do now confer the following degrees and award the diplomas and certificates to the candidates here today and those listed in the programme but not in attendance.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the conferment of the degree of Honorary Doctor of the University of Waikato, Emeritus Professor Robert James Crawford.
You have to read. I think you read it.
You stay in the front of the lectern.
I'm going to read it. You can read it. I'm going to do it. Then we'll do it.
The University of Waikato is pleased to confer its most prestigious award of Honorary Doctorate on Robert James Crawford, Engineer and Academic Leader. Professor Crawford was the University of Waikato's Vice-Chancellor for a decade, completing his term in December 2014. We are also acknowledging his work today with the title of Emeritus Professor. Irish-born Emeritus Professor Crawford turned down a promising football career to become an academic, completing a Bachelor of Science and a PhD, a short time later, a Doctor of Science at Queen's University, Belfast. He lectured at Queen's, becoming a professor in 1989. His research focus was mechanical and process engineering. His specialty was polymers and moulded plastics in particular. His research has resulted in several patented techniques for recording temperatures during the moulding process and improving the quality of moulded parts. He travelled the world to give lectures on a specialist subject and served on numerous committees and associations linked to the plastics industry. He has published 9 books and more than 250 articles and been awarded more than a dozen international prizes and awards for his research. For more than a decade, while also holding down academic positions, Emeritus Professor Crawford was Director of the Technical Services for ARM, a leading industry association in the USA. He was elected to its Hall of Fame in 2007, one of only 4 non-Americans to receive this honour. In 1999, Emeritus Professor Crawford took up a 2-year position at the University of Auckland as Professor of Mechanical Engineering, before returning to Belfast to become Pro-Vice-Chancellor Research and Development at Queen's University. After a short time he returned to New Zealand, appointed Vice-Chancellor at the University of Waikato. During his 10-year tenure, Emeritus Professor Crawford led the evolution of a strategic partnership with Bay of Plenty tertiary institutions in Tauranga, Rotorua and Whakatane, and guided the early planning for the new campus development in Tauranga, which included securing $30 million of community funding from organisations in the Bay of Plenty. Emeritus Professor Crawford oversaw almost $100 million of building projects, including the refurbishment of the Lake Shops area, the Student Centre, the Environmental Research Centre, and the new Law and Management building on the Hamilton campus, as well as the Maharaya building in Tauranga. He played a key role in focusing the university on an excellence agenda. Internationally, the university rose in the QS and Times Higher Education rankings on Emeritus Professor Crawford's watch, and at the same time, he worked to increase alumni outreach and support, hosting numerous alumni events all over the world. For his contribution to engineering, and more specifically for his leadership of the University of Waikato, Emeritus Professor Roy Crawford is a most worthy recipient of an honorary doctorate.
I, the Right Honourable Chancellor of the University of Waikato, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do now confer the honorary doctorate of the University of Waikato to Emeritus Professor Robert. Usually you're going to your left and I get away.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present the candidates for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Talia Marie Hicks. Dr. Hicks used synchrotron radiation to investigate changes to protein interactions and polymer mobility of blood meal after oxidizing with peracetic acid to remove its colour and odour. Dr. Hicks found that peracetic acid decoloured blood meal is a potential feedstock for future bio-based plastic production. Chancellor, I present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Talia Marie Hicks. Yu Tuan Huang. Dr. Huang studied the ability of volcanic ash-derived soils and paleosols to absorb organic matter and protect DNA from degradation. Chancellor, I present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Yu Tuan Huang. Jacob Evan Jane. Dr. Jane's research focused on wet chemical methods for the preparation of supported metal catalysts. He developed novel methods for stabilising metal nanoparticles in solution and for immobilising them onto the surface of various substrates. Chancellor, I present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Jacob Evan Jane. Chien Yu Kevin Lee. Dr. Lee's research focused on understanding the lifestyle of the first cultivated species within a major branch of bacteria in distinct geothermal sites in New Zealand. His work helps us to better understand how previously unknown microorganisms survive and interact in their hot and acidic environments. Chancellor, I present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Chien Yu Kevin Lee. Samuel Ray McNally. Dr. McNally's research focused on the contribution that the roots of contrasting pasture swards have on the carbon input to soil. Increasing soil carbon inputs will have implications for offsetting greenhouse gas emissions in agricultural systems. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Samuel Ray McNally. Tiffany Ulavalakal. Dr. Ulavalakal's research reconstructed 1 billion-year-old ROA and MURA enzymes from bacillus and compared them functionally and structurally to their respective contemporary enzymes. Her research contributes important information on the evolution of these enzymes and on the technique of ancestral sequence reconstruction that was used for the study. Chancellor, present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Tiffany Ulavalakal. Raphael Zabdi White. Dr. White's research focused on improvements to current 3D cameras by resolving the measurement error caused by multiple return paths from the camera's light source to an imaging sensor. Chancellor, I present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Raphael Zabdi White. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the conferment of degrees and awarding of diplomas and certificates candidates from Rorohiko Minga Putayao Pangarau, the Faculty of Computing and Mathematical Sciences. This includes those candidates listed in the order of proceedings but not in attendance. The certificates will be presented by the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Jeff Holmes.
Will the graduand for the degree of Master of Science please come forward? Ran Ren. Will the graduand for the degree of Bachelor of Computer Graphic Design with Honours please come forward? Oliver George Rieger. Will the graduands for the degree of Bachelor of Computing and Mathematical Sciences with Honours please come forward? Christopher James Beckham. Liam Philip Binns Conroy. Daniel Justin Collins. Luke Walter Edwards. David Samuela Kavenga. Gemma Lynette Koenig. Matthew James Law. Tom Levi. Thomas Lahore. Darren Ralph Mason. Kieran Andrew David Matheson. Braden Arthur Graham Paradigm. Nathan Ryan Robb. Cameron Allen Rogers. Owen Philip Rodley. Stefan James Safey. Ryan Farr Smith. Carlin Harry Henry St. Pierre. Mark Antonius Tehus. Stuart Derek Wilson. Christian Jonathan Stephen Wright. Will the graduands for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours please come forward? Mohammed Nasir Hamdoun Al-Rabai. Yi Fang Alina Shum. Aiden Joshua Sabero Dalusong. Will the graduand for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours please come forward? Nadia Sarah Alsagoff Binti Ibrahim. Will the graduands for the degree of Bachelor of Computer Graphic Design please come forward? Matthew James Arnott. Deanna Azizi. Emeron Apire Broadhurst. Amy Louise Burgess. Anika Jean Kempfins. Yao Hui Chai. Min Min Chen. Hui Hui Chia. McGenesis Kanimo Divera. Zach Aiden Dempsey. Sophie Ellis Dodson. Jamie Ella Donovan. Samantha Amy Grimes. Ross James Hale. Joshua Lucas Herbies. Tai Hong. Ethan Allen Hooker. Finn Gerard Egan Kennedy. Paul McGuire. Ashley Heather Matthews. Larissa Ashley Monteith. Cameron Thun Nguyen. Sheila Pabu. Christine Louise Pedersen. Eleanor Kathleen Filbert Cruz. Elaine Poe. Kay Margaret Ramsbottom. Kayla Marie Rippey. Joshua Patrick Hukiki Rorison. Also conferred Bachelor of Arts, Samantha Elizabeth Short. Kelly Rose Sinclair. Christopher David Smith. Samuel Joseph Thompson. Andrea Elizabeth Thompson. Jessamy Beth Topping. Claire Marika Vandergoes. Naomi Komaki Woolley. Shen Gabriel Wu. Will the graduands for the degree of Bachelor of Computing and Mathematical Sciences please come forward? Terence Michael Ed Gunn. Rachel Eloise Baxter. Matthew James Bird. Richard Michael Gush. Will the graduands for the degree of Bachelor of Science please come forward? Pranee Shayin Dripum. Yaming Chen. Sean Patrick Keegan Kuhn. Bin Kui. Glenn Nicholas DeConning. James Fifield. Mitchell Robert Baxter Heatherall. Troy Nicholas Hope. And awarded certificate in science, Zaibo Huang. Samara Melody Kukin. Te vita whakaosi ui ke lotu latu. Jared Kevin Linsky. Rebecca Marie Marsh. Edward Augustine Murma. Grace Margaret Nolan. Liam Roy Pillett. Zhangru Pu. Siddharth Raju. Mark Matthew Savage. Harry Hajinder Singh. Gaji Mahendra Kumar Suratka. Mary Jordan Thorley Symes. Cody Shea Upton. Ming Hao Sin. Di Zhao. Will the graduand for a postgraduate diploma in computer science please come forward? Shuzu Li. Will the graduand for a graduate diploma in computer science please come forward? Sarah Ning. Chancellor.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the conferment of degrees and awarding of diplomas and certificates candidates from Te Mataranga Putayo me te Pukaha, the Faculty of Science and Engineering. This includes those candidates listed in the order of proceedings but not in attendance. The certificates will be presented by the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Professor Janice Swan.
Will the graduand for the degree of Master of Engineering please come forward? Sean Andrew Charleston. Akash Lokhanda. Marcus Scott Glengarry McDonnell. Honorary William Owen. Will the graduands for the degree of Master of Science please come forward? Nathania Margaret De Wickham Brooke. Nicole Kirsten Sturgis. And will the graduands for the degree of Master of Science Research please come forward? Sarah Jane Appleby. Ron Christian Blaza. Alice Margaret Chibnall. Erin Jane Doyle. Colleen Podmore. Angela Heather Simpson. Nicola Gay Webb. And will the graduands for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours please come forward? Arib Benin bin Aliman. Tegan Enes. Holly Sharon Ahmed. Duncan John Barnett. Geordie Ellen Carter. Carl Ross Kavanagh. Matthew James Cook. Logan John Curry. Mark Stephen Edwards. Hayden Peter Foster. Matthew Fulton. Ahad Ghazali. Emma Dawn Gillard. Louis Michael Gillen. Fletcher Andrew Jackson. Jack Charles Kingford. Xie Yen Liao. Carl Alexander Lickfold. Stephen Christopher Liddell. Hamiora Morehu Moi Mohau Mi Haka. Marko Milosevic. Joshua Bradley Mulder. Chase John Otto. Forrest William McIntyre Paul. Also awarded Graduate Diploma in Electronics, Matthew Christopher Scott Peebles. William Steinberg Peters. Artie Anna Carol Pili. Benjamin Paul McRae Plumtree. G. Rajkumar. Shrish Rochelle Singh. Welji Tan. Ferguson Frederick Taylor. Ashneil Rajneesh Taka. Mark Andrew Thompson. Daniel Johan Trister. David Michael Tutt. Louise Jean Van Thiel. Oliver Elias Van Woerden. Wan Aina Isyan Binti Wan Maud Hansian. Zanbo Wang. Grace Hannah Waters. Will the graduands for the degree of Bachelor of Science please come forward? Jane Abraham. Reese Lewis Anderson. Afreen Asfar. Albert Bulmer Bannister. Nicola Dawn Bedford. Holly Siobhan Bennett. Tegan K. Birchall. Benjamin Ross Campbell. Luke James Kerr. Seamus Andrew Carroll. Ishen Chang. Emily Amy Caulfield. Nicholas James Crosthwaite. Samuel James Dallas. Williamian de Kock. Ryan Hunter Dingle. Callum Mackenzie Douglas. Also awarded Graduate Certificate in Biological Sciences, Sasha Jane Drayton. Ashley Karen Dunsmuir. Christopher Andrews Eager. Nisha Elspeth Fernandez Ritchie. Michael J. Freeman. Connor Grace Garrett. Francis David Allen Garrity. Amin Galeha. Sean Alexis Olivia Gill. Laurie Nicole Grinter. Emily Catherine Groot. Mitchell Anthony Head. Charlotte Emily Hewitt. Katrina Marie Hill. Gabrielle Eve Holmes. Also awarded Graduate Certificate in Chemistry, Gary-Ann Fatima Hontiveros. Zeke Shannon Hoskins. Andrew Kent Howard. Timothy Darcy William Isles. Stevie Victoria Jack. Gary Lee Jackson. Hannah Sophie Jostling. Also awarded Graduate Certificate in Chemistry, Siobhan Jane Kerr. Mitchell Pierce Kirkbridge. Ryan Anthony Coverman. Anthony John Lee. Samantha Ellis Lever. Amanda Pamela Lee. David Nicholas Lee. Felicity Carol Leiden Davis. Melissa Janice Lovell. Nicola Jane Lovett. Liam Jack McIntosh. David John Manson. Michelle Melure. Matthew Ryan Moore. James Blair Nordstrom. Bethany Joy O'Reilly. Akshita Patel. Marlena Lee Prentice. Scott Stephen Richardson. Also awarded Diploma in Management, Ben Christopher Robinson. Mackenzie Holman Roletta. Kirsten Renee Rudolph. Elizabeth Joy Rozolska Smith. Kieran Grace Shaw. Yu Ying Shin. Benjamin Vern Shirley. Ngaire Signal. Alice Marie Sixsmith. Daniel Charles Smith. Jacob Sam Steens. Matthew Aaron John Sturgis. Hannah Louise Surgener. Moivao Heather Tone. Grant Lee Van Nieuwkerk. Ashvini Victor Jonathan. Mark Stewart Wallace. Corey Robert Ward. Travis Simeon Wells Lakeland. Benjamin David Whiteman. Alicia Aroha Willis. Cameron Blair Whitney. Lok Hang Wong. Will the graduands for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Technology please come forward? Sarah Louise Avery. Nigel Adam Binks. Also awarded Graduate Certificate in Chemistry, Caitlin Lauren Button. William Cameron Crombie. Jessica Louise Danby. Joshua Thomas D. Ward. Laura Beverly Francis. Letitia Lorraine Hansen. Sophia Grace Holloway. Brittany Dale Jane. Tasman James McKelvey. Mitchell John Murray. Kirsty Jeanette Owens. Trisha Abigail Pereira. Grady Lee Peterson. Thorn Andrew Joseph Pullen. Thomas Paul Robertson. Akila Ellis Joy Sharp. Andrew Keith Sherson. Jasvinder Kaur Singh. Emily Caroline Stocker. Michael Jack Tyler. Christopher Paul Wakefield. Ashley Jane Weatherall. Rebecca Marie Yates. Will the graduand for a postgraduate diploma in materials and processing please come forward? Rohan Tisa Woodenich. Will the graduands for a postgraduate certificate in materials and processing please come forward? Simasiku Titus Mukwaso. Fu Fu Win. And will the graduand for a graduate diploma in chemistry please come forward? Also awarded graduate certificate in chemistry, Siobhan Miquel Linderboom. Will the graduands for a graduate diploma in earth sciences please come forward? Priscilla Ladd. Joyce Upiep. And will the graduand for a graduate diploma in materials and processing please come forward? Mary Grace Ann Obilo Cartago. Will the graduand for a graduate diploma in physics please come forward? Christopher Gerald Batterton. Chancellor.
It's my pleasure to introduce the student speaker for this ceremony. Christopher Beckham has graduated today with a Bachelor of Computing and Mathematical Sciences with first class honours. He's returned to Hamilton for graduation from Quebec in Canada, where he is studying for his Masters in Computer Science. Chris excelled during his studies at the University of Waikato, receiving several awards and scholarships, including 2 Dean's Awards for Excellence, a taught postgraduate scholarship, and a 2 degrees ICT scholarship. Chris has a particular interest in data mining and artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the podium to give the student address, Christopher Beckham.
This is definitely the biggest audience I've had to write a speech for. So before I start, I'd like to thank the Chancellor, Right Honourable James Bolger, and Vice Chancellor Professor Neil Quigley for the opportunity to speak on behalf of today's graduating class. The feeling of missing home didn't sink in until I was lying in the bed of a shoddy room I rented on Airbnb on the outskirts of Montreal. I'd arrived in the midst of a snowstorm, one that surely marked the start of a gruesome winter. Many flights were delayed, including my own, and I was without my luggage for several days, my slice of home. Everything felt like a stark contrast to the familiar and homely feeling of New Zealand, especially considering I had parted ways with many great friends in an awesome summer. I mean, not that I care if it's summer or not, because I'm usually in a lab with no windows. However, I reminded myself that in a few months I would be back in New Zealand to catch up, graduate, and bring some closure to an amazing and fruitful journey. I'd like to congratulate my fellow colleagues on graduating. For all of us, it has been a long journey, one paved with many highs and lows, many joys and frustrations. For some of us, we'll be going on to do more study, probably because we're too scared to find a job or something. And for some of us, we'll be going back into the real world in the hopes of finding a job, and don't forget to also pay back those hefty student loans. If you plan to live overseas in the future, make sure you fulfill your repayment obligations. I'm not a legal expert, but Student Loan Scheme Amendment Act 2014 Section 162A says that if you're an overseas-based borrower and consistently default your repayment obligation, you may be arrested if you try to leave New Zealand. But I digress. Family, friends, community, I thank you all for being here today. It is an honour to be amongst you and to be your student speaker for this graduation ceremony. Coming from a low decile secondary school in a town troubled by low income and high unemployment, I grew up in an environment that wasn't particularly conducive to the pursuit of higher education. In high school, it didn't seem like many students had particularly high aspirations, and it was discouraging to hear them say things like they weren't smart enough to study such and such, as if being good at something was an innate ability rather than something that you gain through hard work and self-motivation. I was lucky. I viewed my circumstances through a lens that encouraged me to stray from the status quo and give me the motivation and drive to succeed. I wanted to go to university and devote myself to the pursuit of higher education in the hopes of using that knowledge to do great things and help other people. And what better university to do that to at the University of Waikato, whose motto was Ko te tangata, for the people. A beautiful campus situated in Hamilton, aka the Tron, a city that seamlessly blends urban and country, located on the banks of the beautiful Waikato River. The city with the cheapest pack and save, and the city of the infamous KFC bandit. I still remember the first day I arrived at the University of Waikato to move into the Bright Hall residences, all the way from the far north. Yes, it was a bit nerve-wracking, but those feelings were quickly put to rest when myself and a couple of others on my floor were up till 2 in the morning, having hearty conversations like we knew each other for much longer, before being told off by one of the RAs. I realised that this was because we were all in the same position, leaving home for the first time, parting ways with familiar faces, and turning the page and writing a new chapter of our lives. I clearly remember the saying, Bryant Hall is your home away from home, and at the time thinking it was a bit of a cheesy saying, but it's actually true. It felt like home to me, and not only did it ease the transition into university life, it set me up with many great friends and colleagues, including my flatmates that I've lived with for the past 3 years. I'm very thankful for all the support everyone has shown me throughout this journey. Sometimes it is all too easy to feel alone, to feel like you have nobody to talk to or relate to, but that's what friends are for. University has been a time where not only have I learned a lot about my field, but about myself, and I hope that you have as well. I have some words of advice for my fellow men and women. Listen to rap music. Rappers always talking about how much money they have and how they went from rags to riches. Let them motivate you through many hard and tiresome nights so you can grow up and make dough like they do. YOLO, which stands for You Only Live Once, a term popularized by rapper Drake, is a familiar acronym amongst a crowd of irresponsible youth used to justify questionable decisions, like starting your assignment an hour before the deadline because you are hungover from last night's drunken antics at the Outback. Instead, let us repurpose that saying in the corniest manner possible and use YOLO as a reminder for being the best person you can become. Do not waste your potential. Hone your skills, challenge yourself, and aim to make a positive mark on the world, because after all, you only live once. On a more serious note, don't stop learning just because you graduated. There is still lots for you to learn, but that is okay, because learning is a lifelong journey that never ends. I really like the saying, the more I know, the more I know I don't know. A variant of the phrase, I know that I know nothing, from Greek philosopher Socrates, because it naturally motivates me to learn more about my field. To quote Andrew Ng, co-founder of online learning platform Coursera and someone whom I greatly admire, the time you invest in learning after school may entail little short-term reward, because there will be no teacher to grade your work or motivate you to study. But if you can make learning fun, or talk to people that you can learn from, or set aside some time each weekend to work on something productive, it will pay off. Initially, you may feel as if you haven't gained all that much, but if you keep at it consistently, you'll become very good at what you do. I would like to make notable thanks to past advisors and staff in the Faculty of Computing and Mathematical Sciences that have inspired me to reach for the stars. And in no particular order, these people are Associate Professor Ivor Frank, Professor Bernard Faringer, Dr. Tony Smith, and Dr. Lynn Hunt. You have all been incredibly supportive on my journey and have offered many words of encouragement. What amazes me is how you can both be incredibly intelligent and humble at the same time, a quality that I greatly admire and hope to mirror for the rest of my life. This falls in line with my own beliefs too. I can never not be humble, for the more that I know, the more I'm aware of how much I don't know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you to all of the graduates and your families, friends and supporters who've attended this graduation ceremony this afternoon. Today, the graduates have been admitted to the community of scholars at this university. Graduates, you may have completed your formal association with the University of Waikato as a student. You are now warmly welcomed as a valued member of the university's alumni community. This is a great university, ranked in the top 50 universities in the world among those universities established since the 1960s. And through its staff, graduates and students, it's having a huge impact on our economy and society. Throughout your future career or further study, I'm sure you will meet many others who will tell you proudly that they have also studied at the University of Waikato. We look forward to staying in touch with you and of hearing about your future success. To close this afternoon's ceremony, it's my pleasure to invite our kaumatua, Taki Turner, to offer a few words. E koro mau pea te tahi poroporo aki. Ngā mahere mai.
E te timu aki te Belgia, tēnā kia koe. Tēnā kia koe me ngā rangatira katoa o te whare wānanga o Waikato. E mihi kau ana, e mihi kau ana, e mihi kau ana. E ngā tauira ko kriki nei hinge nei tohu. E mihi nui ana kia koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Nā reira e te ariki e te atua inu e tēne kia koe ke manakitia mai rātou. I raro i te tuanui o tō tātou whare. I raro i te mana whenua o Ngāti Wairere. E mihi atu nei kia rātou e pā inu e tēne kia koe. Apitia mai rātou i runga i tō ingo kaha te tamata wairua tapu. Rire hau pai mārire. Nā reira kia tau ki runga i a tātou kia tapai o tō tātou ariki a Ukraiti me te aroha te atua. Me te whiwhinga tahitanga ki te wairua tapu. Ake, ake, ake. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand for the procession of university staff and graduates out of the auditorium?